Look at them. Bunch of careless fools. A minute now.
Of course.
I'd kick
No
just
one
about
is
anywhere.
rich like me.
I'm no cook, am I?
If I grin and bear it, I'll make it through.
You don't know a town till you've met its people.
Best place to sit. Watch the world.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
This ox cart's bound for Mel. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
It falls on me to resolve this. There's no harm in a bit of merriment, I say.
Let's stroll through town. See what I can find.
We have reached our destination.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Ah, 'tis a relief to hear that Ulrika is safe. Mayhap there is aught I could do for her, pervasive though the Queen Regent's influence has become. My humblest thanks. You've proven a friend to Melv and me as well. It isn't much, but here, I would not see you go unrewarded for your trouble. 'Tis good to know that Ulrika is safe. I only wish I could do more. Still, mayhap I can find some way to aid her, pervasive though the Queen Regent's influence has become.
I'll take any chance not to think on my trade.
Aught you need of me?
Swapping stories is one of life's great
What
pleasures.
am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer?
Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... it is a dangerous place. Understand? I'm not afraid of monsters, but 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir, I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and 'tis hard to describe, but my brother and I are the only ones who use that path to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go then. My life's in your hands, friend.
Our aid is required, master. Let us depart with due haste.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Seems naught ever goes right.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
I don't like this place at all. This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
'Tis enough to make camp only when the need arises.
We've got goblins!
Let my magics grant you an elemental rune.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
I don't like this place at all.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
Norbert, are you hurt?
I shan't let them harm you. Nicely done.
Perhaps you'd like to take care of the remainder.
This one's ours, and make no mistake. I'd thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Ah, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be off then.
Let us proceed with caution, keeping an eye on our charge at all times.
I'm just glad to live another day.
Goodness. We're higher up than I'd thought.
Take care not to fall.
One cannot be too careful. You seem to prefer to carry most everything by yourself, but that's hardly practical. It will only slow you down.
This way.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets, even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
Sir Ian was rather hard on himself, methinks. He saved his brother just as much as we did.
I'm in your debt, sir. And not just for saving my brother. You helped me learn a valuable lesson today. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
Well met. Pleasure doing business with you.
Lopez? This is to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Mind waiting till I finish up for the day?
Say, have I seen you around?
Not much going on.
I feel my age.
It's this way.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. I'll gather this. It might be of use.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it. Methinks I know where that is. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
'Twould seem we've little choice but to set out for the place.
We have arrived.
A fantastic find! This is why I shall never tire of our adventures.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. We've been traveling together for some time now, haven't we?
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Yes, yes, of course. We were speaking of places elsewhere. Mayhap 'tis beyond your ken. But this world of ours is not the real world. This world is a cycle. The dragon emerges, the dragon is slain, and just when we think we have found peace at last, the dragon appears once more. 'Tis endless. Endless and tiresome, wouldn't you say? Yet, such is the lot of those who reside in a false world like ours. The real world is not nearly so stagnant. All manner of things occur there. 'Tis a far more fearsome existence than ours, to be sure. Is there a way to travel to the real world, you ask? Must I do all the thinking here? Ponder that yourself. What I will say is that I believe the cycle will continue unbroken for as long as the dragon continues to be slain. You doubt your ears, but I speak truly. I have beheld the real world with my own eyes.
No! I'm not sending anyone into that cave!
But Jonas, isn't it your duty to aid our people?
I've held my tongue till now, but no longer. You would leave one of your own to die. This is impermissible. A village is nothing without its people. Sacrificing that poor soul amounts to cutting off your own arm. As Half's leader, you ought to strive to do whatever you can to bring him back alive. Can you truly say this decision benefits your people, Jonas?
Who are you to question me? I'll suffer none of your impudence, outsider! Be gone from our village!
I, Jonas, I am an outsider, and therefore have no reason to heed any commands you would give. I shall follow my own will, and do what must needs be done. All those with the strength and courage to do the same, join me at Stormwind Cave.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account. Sir Ulrika is ever a beacon of hope. Let us make haste and join her at Stormwind Cave. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Here we are.
'Tis you. Have you come to join us in our rescue effort? My thanks. We shan't fail with you by our side. The captured villager ought to be within. Let us hurry. The captured villager ought to be within. Let us hurry.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. It was well worth the effort of breaking it.
I'm saved. Thank you.
Thank heavens you yet live. Let us be on our way. The other villagers shall be thrilled to see you in good health, I'm sure.
Shall we report our results? The mission was a success. I wonder what Sir Jonas will...
Thanks, sir. I'd be roasting her a spit if it weren't for you, so to speak.
We ought to hurry back. There is nothing to be gained from lingering here.
Over here, if you please. Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow. And mind the ceiling.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs.
Tis rather high. It might be beyond our reach.
Master, I believe I could be of aid here. Might I be of assistance?
Would you mind coming over here? Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of me. We have arrived.
You have returned triumphant, I see. Oh, what a relief.
Indeed. And now that the task is done, I shall leave Har village, ne'er to return. In exchange, I beg you to forgive those who joined me. I incited them, and so I alone ought to suffer the penalty of exile. Yet I will go forth from this village with my head held high, glad in the knowledge that no lives were sacrificed under my watch.
There'll be no need for that, Ulrika. In light of your good deeds, all shall be forgiven.
After you left, we who remained discussed that which our village treasures most. It is as you yourself have said, a village is nothing without its people. We ought to have learnt that lesson well after the dragon chased us from our homes. Yet 'twas your heartfelt plea that reminded us of it. Ulrika, would you honor our village by becoming its chief? 'Tis our hope that you will guide us, and that your kindness and wisdom shall unite our people, human and bestian both.
Aye, if that is what is needed, I shall rise to the call of duty. I vow to protect this village and its people with my life.
I could not have imagined a better outcome. The village will surely prosper in Cyril Re.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Keep things interesting.
I'll bet this place has its share of secrets. My bet. And I shan't resist. Welcome to browse my wares.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. I've found some materials we could use to enhance our equipment. You can view their location on the map.
I ne'er thought the day would come when I'd be asked to lead another village. Fate can be rather strange. This time, I shan't allow a single soul to be lost. Harv will know peace. I shall not rest till this is so.
We've naught to discuss.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
There's ought to be said.
Another day over.
It is quiet about.
Well met, sir. Can I interest you in a room, sir? Do stop by again.
Another day over.
My way would have protected the village just the same, but the fact remains that Ulrika saved a life I couldn't have. And so I step down and allow her to take my place.
At least dreams.
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
Right you are.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and mark them on your map. Adventuring is toilsome as 'tis, and yet you do it with a laden pack. I cannot but admire your strength. I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Where to next, Arisen? I'm not sure I've any idea.
I've nothing to share at present. If I learn of a matter that requires your attention, I shall inform you directly. Pray, have patience with me, Master. I've shared all I know. The longer our journey, the more of each other we come to know.
I shall inform you if I learn aught of worth. Where ought we to go now? You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. I know where we can find the necessary materials to enhance your equipment, Master. I've noted the location on your map.
A good sleep does wonders.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Slimed! You're soaked! Do try not to catch cold.
That was well fought.
That was superb, Arisen.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
I'll gather this. It might be of use. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
Now there's a worthy prize. Only 20 far away.
fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Goblins, Master!
Oof. My pack's grown rather heavy.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
Town's welcome. How to spend the day.
I know. I ought to keep a clear head.
Should I get up to today?
No rush.
There's got to be a way to earn more coins than this.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you?
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye.
Shall we report this development to Captain Bront?
Well met, Substitute. How might I be of service? How might I be of service? It's so dull when there's nothing doing.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
First impressions count for much. If you like, I can recommend you a new hairstyle or manner of face paint. very charming.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
First impressions count for much. If you like, I can recommend you a new hairstyle or manner of face paint. That's a good look on you.
Do stop and have a look.
First impressions count for much. If you like, I can recommend you a new hairstyle or manner of face paint. Ooh, very nice indeed.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. Is there aught this pawn might do for you?
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Since I heard a good story.
At your leisure.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be Arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermund. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
It is of dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermund's eastern edge. I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Sometimes I ought to check the wheels before we depart.
Pray, follow me. How are we to get through this door?
Pray, call upon me again another time. I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
You have my protection. Well fought, Arisen.
Fight on, and victory shall be ours. Mayhap there's someone over them, but no matter.
trounced our foe, well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
I will finish this, here and now.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
Must admit that it feels wonderful to strike true.
You truly are formidable, Arisen. There's no need to go the long way round when a shorter route is readily available. Follow me, Master. Over here, if you please.
One arrow is all I need.
That was incredible. Never have I encountered such a strategy.
Now that is a surprise.
What has stricken you, Arisen?
My curative magics are at your disposal. Alt right there. I believe yon glow has drawn to light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns, lest we summon it unwittingly.
Would you mind coming over here?
Hope you weren't expecting mercy. The beast can scarce stand. A well-placed strike, raging skyward. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Rest assured, Master. You'll hear nary an idle word from me. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Follow me, if you would. It is rather narrow here. Be on your guard.
Let us proceed with due caution.
Tis this way.
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such suspicion?
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Fancy a look at my wares? Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Business could be better, but I'm scraping by. Do come again.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
I'm in no mood for a chinwag, thank you.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Aught you need of me? Well met, sir.
Well met, sir.
I'll go and open the chest.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brant against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops, I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care, then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take it, and do with it what you will.
A new day dawns at last.
Night's perils shall recede with the darkness.
Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome, know that I would be glad to purchase any of your unwanted items. I know of nothing that demands your immediate notice.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. Where ought we to go now?
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Where to next, Arisen? I'm not sure I've any idea. Not a foe in sight.
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. Anyone that complacent has got no business being a thief. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in the lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time, then.
I fear I've naught useful to share.
You're the one, then? Fie. I'd hoped I'd not be seeing you here.
Dear me. I'll not take that from you. Just what I was waiting for.
You've my gratitude.
What brings you here?
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
you've been all this time. 'Tis rather far from where we agreed to meet up.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
You're here. I've been waiting for you.
Yeah? What is it?
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms. They all are.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. The sun climbs high.
Whatever it is, I'll thank you to leave me out of it.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Always a pleasure.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of respite for the weary traveller. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality. In all Vernworth. Much obliged.
This inspires naught but misgivings. As long as you keep
Days like this.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
Brought me some tales of your adventures. At your left.
Over here, if you please.
Welcome. Well met. I find that eternity.
Hail! How fare you? Tis good to see you again.
Well met. The one we seek isn't here. Perchance we've come at the wrong time.
I'm not sure we're making any progress here. We might want to remind ourselves of the particulars of our task.
I'm unsure how best to proceed.
Welcome. Lots of people pass by here.
So tired. I've only been to tie my boots. Welcome.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
So, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Disa. This spider has woven her web rather carefully. Here we are.
What to do?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your Majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true Arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past. Perchance he knows aught of use.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brandt's investigation.
Right you are. You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. I've found some materials we could use to enhance our equipment. You can view their location on the map.
I'd sooner stay out and batten than worry.
There's comfort.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
Ready to forge on? We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt. The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later?
I'm not sure we're making any progress here. We might want to remind ourselves of the particulars of our task.
Gather round! Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated. Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by...
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
This ox is all I have. If I lose him, I starve.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Halt! Who goes there? This village is under the direct authority of Her Grace the Queen Regent. We are to grant no unknown persons entry. Glad we understand each other. You may pass.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Stop this! I beg of you!
Stop running!
Whatever am I to do?
That's it!
What have I done to deserve this?
Well met. Glad to see you in good health. The tyranny of the Queen Regent's faction knows no bounds. Passage into and out of the village is restricted, and we're being treated as slaves. I had intended to endure it till Ulrika returned to us, but I fear the villagers have already reached their limit. I'll be honest with you, as you've earned my trust. We've a mind to leave this village for good. The Dragon's Flame has devastated the land here. Many of the villagers question whether it is worth attempting to restore it. When I mentioned as much in a letter I had smuggled to Ulrika, she told me that the village she's staying in would be glad to take us in. Only problem is how we're going to get past the soldiers. They've confiscated all weapons to forestall our escape. Perhaps if we could reclaim the stolen weapons, or find a means of procuring some anew, we could force our way out through strength of arms. Alas, we villagers are kept under constant watch. It would be unwise for us to attempt aught on our own. You are our only hope in this matter. Pray, lend us your aid.
Stop this! I beg of you! That's enough.
Hail! I've not forgotten what you did, helping me save my brother. Would that I could return the favor. But we've a bit of a situation here, if you hadn't noticed. Our weapons are being kept in yon storeroom, with those cowards stationed in and around it day and night.
Say, mayhap we could distract them. Then someone could slip in and...
Are you mad? We're simple villagers, no match for trained soldiers. But I suppose someone's got to act. All right, how's this? We'll draw the guards' attention, giving you a chance to sneak in and get our weapons back. You'll do it then? Right! You wait here. We'll have him away from his post in a trice. Just you watch.
What do you think you're doing here? Halt!
I beg of you. That's enough.
How are you faring? Have you been able to procure any weapons for us? You've reclaimed our weapons. Well done, sir. I am certain the other villagers shall be glad to arm themselves with their weapons of choice. My thanks. I'd wager we stand a fighting chance now. The time has come to leave this village behind.
I've got you cornered, rat.
Don't fret, I've got you. With me! Hold your ground. Do not let our foe approach. Hurry!
This cannot be.
Retreat! We must withdraw and regroup.
You have my gratitude for all you've done on our behalf. We'll make for the village Ulrika staying in on our own from here. If I were you, I'd leave this place afore reinforcements arrive. At any rate, this is where we part ways. But if you're of a mind to visit, know that we'll welcome you into our new homes with open arms. Till then, farewell.
It's this way. This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
I don't know about you.
Where are you going?
How might I liven up our time on routine?
Ah, here we are. The ox cart made it without too much trouble.
There are worse ways to travel, I suppose.
Shall we report this development to Captain Bront?
Ponder what I can do. Welcome.
Oh. Would you mind coming over here? We're here, Master.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. If the information we pried from the agent is to be believed, there is a place in Batal devoted to the study of arts most queer. I believe it is worthy of investigation. Should fortune smile upon us, your Majesty may even discover some method of undoing the Godsway's hold over the pawns. Yet official dealings twixt Vermund and Batal are suspended, and 'tis no simple matter to gain passage through the latter's fortress. Fortunately for us, however, the agent was hiding this on his person. I bid you take it. 'Tis an entry permit, allowing passage through Batal's fortress. It even bears the crest of the Batali Palace. It must have been commissioned by someone with great influence. I doubt any would dare impede your passage with such an item in your possession. There is one other thing, Your Majesty. With the permit came information I found most intriguing. An oracle who once served in the Vermundian court now resides in Batal. This oracle foretold the coming of the Arisen and was banished from the kingdom when her prophecy displeased the Queen Regent. Indeed, 'twas by this same oracle's power that the agent in question came to know of your majesty's whereabouts. The oracle knows much of the Arisen. Should you make her acquaintance, she may be able to offer you aid during your infiltration. You have my fullest confidence. The way to Batal should be open to you if you make use of that entry permit. When you arrive, you would do well to seek out the Oracle. Her aid could be invaluable in the days to come. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. I shall never forget the agony I felt at the coronation.
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Not a care in the world. Dreams are free.
Need anything?
Let's get to work. Our bed calls, and I shan't resist.
Tell is, Vermund was once the Beastren Kingdom.
Truly? Quite, though no definitive records remain.
Want someone talked about this? Got to focus. My head will roll if water goes awry.
Only person I believe in is myself.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
Can't remember the last.
Perhaps 'tis time I left this city behind. Yours is a face I'll not soon forget. So many happy voices carried on the wind.
What is life? What do you take me for?
Off to market I go.
It's quiet about.
Oh, well met, sir. Is there a problem, sir?
Well met, sir. You seem a kindly sort. If you see someone you like, go speak with them.
Tis good to be reunited.
Still waiting on that report. I didn't see a ring last night.
Now, no sense getting cold feet.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation. As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happened upon this. 'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye over it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not, and if you do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is, only if you've the time to spare. I am in no position to make demands, of course. Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you learned aught of the intent behind that letter? No progress as yet, then. Well, should you uncover anything, pray do share it with me.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth in
That's
a
such
real
peace.
I cannot afford another magic of rotting.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Hubris is man's worst enemy.
I'd sooner stay out of the way.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
Hope this plays out better than the last. I'm not taking any passengers just now, sir.
Over here, if you please.
This journey looks to be a long one. What say we make things easier on ourselves by seeking an ox cart services?
Tis no great shock to me.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
What is true peace, I wonder?
What should I get up to?
Wearing armor all day feels like a punishment.
if this is where I fall.
Come on!
A flock of harpies drawn near! Perhaps a few more for good measure.
Well done, Master.
What?
It's
Hail.
this way. Doctor, my head will roll if autos arrive.
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
Is this some manner of trial?
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
It's hard to imagine a world empty of monsters.
This is quite a quandary.
Would that I could spend all day here. Can't say I've any tidings to share.
This might contain useful information.
Let's have a look then.
Can't walk as far as I used to. Aught I can do for you?
Are you quite well? Did you need something, dear?
I go where fortune whispers, friend. Here to ask aught of me, are you?
A merchant, eh? Have you an entry permit?
Hold a moment. That cart has priority.
Lord Phaesus is come! Open the gates!
So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit. Go on through.
Tis my duty to hear the people's concerns.
What to make of it? Say, did you hear? There's been another ox cart raid. How many is that now?
Dunno, but I'd wager it's the work of bandits. Gotta be them coral snakes again, eh? Sir Lysandro's been iron hands in a bid to flush 'em out. Though they haven't found 'em yet.
Well, if they're not caught soon, we'll be seeing shortages. Mark my words.
You ever heard of the coral snakes? There's no lack of brigands looking to make some easy coin out on the roads, but what's scary about these coral snakes is how damn organized they are. Talk is, they fall upon you all at once, and they're gone just as quick, along with all your goods and coin. We've had no luck catching 'em either, I'm ashamed to say. I thought only fools turned to banditry, but if they're capable of maneuvers like that, they must be a clever sort, eh? Why not live honestly if they've the brains for it? Suppose that's a foolish question. At any rate, if you've a mind to catch 'em and make a name for yourself, you ought to speak to Sir Lysandro. If you've a mind to catch those ox cartagena bandits and make a name for yourself, you ought to speak to Sir Lysandro.
Have you heard? There's been a spate of ox cart raids. The work of those dastardly coral snakes, like as not. The losses must be significant, as merchants all o'er are clamoring for aught to be done about it. 'Tis only a matter of time before requests for escort duty start coming our way. Between you and me, I don't relish the prospect. What? You want to lend a hand in catching them? Better you than me. Sir Lysandro's the one you'll want to speak to.
A group of bandits has been terrorizing the roads of late, targeting our ox carts and the cargo they carry. They call themselves the Coral Snakes, and they are no common thieves. They are organized and deadly efficient. And worse still, they are without scruples. They have been killing and stealing in equal measure. Devils, the lot of them. What say you? Would you lend your aid in catching them? Many thanks, sir. I shall be glad to know someone is doing aught to help us. You all begin by scouring for their hideout. It must be somewhere near the highway, for that has been their primary target thus far. Mayhap you could learn aught by speaking with some survivors of the raids.
If we are to locate the bandits' hideout, we ought to begin by gathering what information we can from those nearby. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Food? Have you any food? Many thanks. I'm still very hungry.
So, if you've any more food to spare some charity for the poor. Ah!
You there! What do you think you're doing, huh? You keep your hands off him. Don't go thinking you can treat the poor however you like just because you're better off.
Calm down, Hugo. You've got it all wrong. This kind sir has been good enough to share some food with me. I've the both of you to thank for my good health and my full belly.
Is that right? Suppose I owe you an apology then, cuz. In my defence, one can't be too careful. There's a child-snatching scoundrel around nearly every corner in these parts. The name's Hugo, by the way. I'm a helper of sorts to the poor who live here. Ain't many folk willing to offer that sort of kindness. Even just one more's a glad sight, let me tell you. So pay me no mind. And I'm sorry for before. If you're here to help, I'll not say another word against you.
Many, many thanks, sir. Lucky I am to have the two of you looking out for me. Many, many thanks, sir. Lucky I am to have the two of you looking out for me.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. I know where we can find the necessary materials to enhance your equipment, Master. I've noted the location on your map.
Pray, follow me.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
There's been more trouble, as if we needed it. Happened right near here, too. I'd bet my left boot 'twas those coral snakes behind it. Nowhere's safe anymore. Seems they've slipped past this checkpoint and gone right into Batal. Whether they put all that effort into honest work like the rest of us. If someone doesn't put a stop to them anon, we'll all be sorry. A city can't function without a steady supply of goods, and fewer carts are making the journey. They say you should be thankful for your life, but simply being alive isn't the same as living, eh? The trouble happened due south of here. 'Twill be those coral snakes again, I'm sure of it.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
Would you mind coming over here?
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this land, you return of your own volition. This is good. I am relieved to see that you are fulfilling your charge. Now, 'twould be advantageous for you and your pawn to visit the Rockmaster's Burrow in Batal. Methinks 'tis where you will find that which you seek. Farewell.
Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of him. Over here, if you please. Never did I dream we would come upon such a rarity.
How exciting! My heart is fit to burst.
You looking to join? Don't.
My word. This ox cart has been destroyed.
Be on your guard, lest we meet a similar fate.
Careful now.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. An early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. On another note, have you grown accustomed to the adventuring life? If there's anything you're unsure of, I would fain be of aid.
Of course. And I'll be sure to watch you, that I might learn from the best.
It seems they bear us ill will.
And take the rest.
Would you mind coming over here? I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
There's a novel I've never seen my own master attempt such a feat.
Truly? Where you did not succumb to frostbite. Over here, if you please. Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Seems our foe has recognized our victory.
'Tis the mark of a champion to prevail with wealth.
Who are you? What would you with me? You looking for the Coral Snake's hideout? Don't ask me. They were on us before I knew what was happening. Couldn't even guess where they... Come to think of it, 'twas as we passed the crags to the west of here that they all came out at once. I had a clear view of them from the back of the cart. That's all I know. I ran for my life. Only reason I'm still here. Thought I'd come back, see if aught was left. But just being here again puts my hairs on end. You know what? I just remembered. There was a child traveling with us. Wonder if the lad's all right.
Follow me, if you would.
The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
'Tis as you say.
Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no...
First blood's always the sweetest.
You all right?
Halt, I say!
Who? Fight!
I'll have you!
Pursuing yon bandits may well lead us to the Fiend's hideout. Come, Master. There is not a moment to lose.
Ought we not to pursue the bandit, Master?
Ah, there you are. You're the one who'll be aiding us in routing the coral snakes? Yes? I believe their hideout lies somewhere nearby, though the entrance has proven elusive.
Would you mind coming over here? We have We've a choice of where to go, but how to know the path best travelled?
Let us trust in ourselves and proceed with caution.
Ought we not to pursue the bandit, Master? This might be our best chance of uncovering the Fiend's hideout. I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
We're here, Master. I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side. Forgive me, but I cannot guide you from here.
Oi! Have you lost it? A child was hurt during today's raid. Don't hurt children. That's the rule. Don't tell me you forgot.
Sorry. Must have slipped my mind.
It's like that, is it? Huh? That what you're gonna tell Lenzo? He says we don't hurt kids. So you better.
Hold it! Who's this, then?
We've got an intruder. I'll go warn Lenzo.
Coming here was the last mistake you'll ever make, cuz.
Prepare yourself!
Come on.
Son of a...
I'd sooner not battle those with whom we have no quarrel. Yet if they mean us harm, we can but defend ourselves. I quite agree.
Come on then.
You scared? Should be.
Come on! Don't drag this out!
Where do you think you're going, eh?
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a minute.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle will continue.
Mayhap was somewhat overdone, but no matter.